Hello beautiful people, welcome back to another episode here at Aire Farms. Guys, as I said, I am sharing my journey of goat farming and other ventures that we'll be getting into, and every time I look forward to coming and sharing a little bit of knowledge of what I've learned, mostly from practical experience. Most of the things I share these days are from practical experience. So all of you guys can learn this stuff and speak like professionals when really you're just learning on the job. I think that's what we are doing. But today, our topic is on inbreeding. How can you prevent inbreeding on your farm? What is inbreeding? Let me start by breaking that down, because for some of us it could be a very foreign term that we don't understand. Inbreeding is where animals are mated with close relatives. It's similar to what we call incest in the human race, whereby, say, a brother and sister mate, which is we know that among us humans, that is totally absurd. It's unheard of. It shouldn't be done. Same thing applies to animals. Do not allow inbreeding. Why should we avoid inbreeding? There are several reasons. One of the effects of inbreeding is the reduction in fertility rate. So for instance, let's say goat A was mated by buck D. Buck D and goat A, female goat A, give birth to female goat C. Now, when it's time to serve goat C, you want to make sure that that goat is not served by buck D, who is the father, because that will be a direct relationship. And that is the typical definition of inbreeding, that a father mates his own child. The offsprings from that child are going to be very inferior. And that's when you see fertility rate reducing along the way because of that inbreeding. And when it continues on, you're going to get other negative effects because of it. One, like I said, there's fertility rate, then you get to a point where there's low birth rate, leave alone fertility rate. Fertility rate means the animals are not getting on heat on time, they are skipping gestation periods. But also, you may find that for animals that had the genetics of giving birth to multiples, maybe twins or triplets, that is going to dwindle down, and you find that maybe it's going to give birth to one kid once a year, not even twice in 14 months. So there are so severe effects that come as a result of inbreeding, which we really have to work hard and avoid. Another effect is it can lead to genetic disorders. This is true also in human beings. I was going to share a story, but I don't want to be attacked. But there are races and there are specific groups of people that are known for marrying their cousins, because they want to keep their wealth within the family. If you look at those people, their genetical features are actually distorted in many ways. That you'll find that some people, when you look at those castes of groups of people, the teeth are, not aligned properly. There's so many physical distortions that result from inbreeding, mating with a close relative. Now, here at Aire Farms, what have we done? What are the systems we've put in place to prevent this inbreeding? The first one is we have separated we have different structures. So I've always shown you, we have this structure right here. I try to stand in the middle of the structures so that we can see all of them. So we have this structure, which is section A. So all the females in section A are served by specific males. Then we have section B. Those are also females. And all the females there are also served by specific males. Those males do not cross over to here, and the males here do not cross over to there. Now, when we produce females, what we do when those females are weaned, the ones in section A, we remove them, take them to section B. Then the ones that are born in section B, we remove them, bring them to section A. That way, we can continue using the same males in section A to serve the entire section, and continue using the same males in section B to continue serving the same section. That saves us money from having to change out your males maybe every year or every 2 years. That is how we are saving cost, but also making sure that we are avoiding inbreeding. Now, section C, our section C is specifically for males. All the males that are born at Aire Farms are isolated and kept in section C. They are not allowed to interact with the moms because they could mount them, or the sisters because they could also mount them. Now, how do we make sure that when it comes to time for grazing, we are also implementing and maintaining our separation process? Each of the sections has dedicated team members. Section A has 2 people, section B has 2 people, section C has 1 person, and then of course we have others that come in and fill in whenever there is a need. So these guys have a timetable. Our land is paddocked. It's divided into different paddocks. So they know that the person that's grazing animals from section A, in the morning they will decide, okay, section A, you're going to go to this paddock. Section B, you're going to go to this paddock. Section C, you're going to go to the other paddock. So that even during grazing, we avoid the interaction and meeting, which could lead to inbreeding, to maybe the brothers mounting their sisters or mounting their moms. So it's this is something that we hardly talk about. We have not given a lot of time and focus, but it's something that you can be running your farm and you're like, okay, you guys told us goats give birth twice in a year or in 14 months, but mine have not. Probably along the way, you have allowed inbreeding to happen. Or you invest your money in hybrids, high quality breeds, but along the way you realize that your offsprings are small, they don't weigh enough, so things are just not working. Check your systems. There could be cases of inbreeding, and I started by sharing the effects that come as a result of inbreeding. So let's try to put very simple systems. Now I've shared my system. It's not complicated in any way. It's not rocket science in any way. Very simple, that the kids that are born in one section, when they are ready to be mated, are transferred and put into the other section. Then the ones that are born there are also transferred and put into this section. And we make sure that the males that are serving section A remain in section A, only serve section A. The males that serve section B only serve section B. Then all the males that are born on Aire Farms go into section C, including the serving males when we are not serving at the time. During the times when we pulled them away to practice our natural synchronization, they're all in section C. So what happens is we go through our males, because one of our markets is breeding, selling to other farmers, and we have good quality males that are being born from our offsprings. So what we do, we have an exercise where we go through and we study the males that have been born. We select males that have good features that we can sell off for breeding which means that we sell off to other farmers. Then those that are not having good features, we castrate them and we bring those to the slaughter market. Now you ask me, you say, okay, you say all your females are 75 and above and all your males, why do you have some males coming out and they are not qualifying, they don't have good features for breeding? I'll use an example of humans again. You can have 4 siblings born by the same father and same mother. 2 are going to be very tall and brown and 1 is going to be very short and black and another one is going to be medium, right? But all these kids are born by the same exact parents. So it happens with animals as well. You're going to have superior offsprings, and then you're going to have offsprings that are not good. So our superiors, we select them and we prepare them to be sold for breeding to other farmers. Then those that unfortunately didn't make the cut, we castrate them and put them on the market for slaughter. So if you have any more questions regarding this topic, please comment. We'll be able to answer those questions. But I figured this is an important topic to share, and I'm glad I could bring it to you.